Okay, everyone seems quite serious today, so let me lighten up the mood a little. After my first TED Talk, to be honest, I didn't expect to be back on the forum this quickly yet. And I think I've defined my friends' expectations even more, who had to practically convince to buy the tickets to come here. And it's lovely to have them at my home ground, the MPH, especially on such a day where we are surrounded by data on every single individual, from the school world to the literal world. That makes me really wonder, are we still in today's world able to see past the fine line between fact and fiction? In this theater of globalization, which has ushered in an era of incredible advancements in communications, trade, and technology, do we find ourselves in a paradox where at one hand, we have seen these incredible advancements, yet at the other, it comes at a cost, which is the potential erosion of our human perception. But as our borders blur, societies meld, we must grapple with the complex interplay that takes place between unity and diversity, Hollywood or Tollywood, and whether what's happening is a generational shift or only a knowledge gap for the ones stuck to our screens. I'm Shivan Reddy, and this is Distinguishing Between the Truth and the Truth. So to begin with a small story, let me give you a little perspective on who we are as basic humans. Take a look at this man right here. He's in a party of some sort, seems like a guy in his early 20s, standing alone. Most people might identify him. Guy might not have friends. He's just looking away, doing his own thing. Whereas, look at this picture. It's the same person, but he has a cigarette in his. He's smoking a cigarette. And most people might assume, oh, he might be a damn philosopher. He's just looking away, he's in his thoughts. He's captured within himself. Because that's what the social stigma is behind cigarettes. A lot of people in our generation have gotten into smoking due to it being a social thing, that you get to hang out around cool people and parties or so, because smoking is a very social thing. And that is the difference in perspective, what perspective brings to our life. Because the greatest vision of perspective comes from the art of storytelling of who we are as humans. Humans have a very basic need of belonging. We can't stay far apart from other humans. We want to stay with other people. And I believe that's what has made us the most successful species on this planet. One is that, and second is our credible way to talk. Because no species has a way to communicate with each other such as us. That is why we are the only people who have a building surrounded by skyscrapers with a hall and a presentation in the background. I don't believe a dog has gone to the moon, a human has though. And that has been the greatest part of storytelling. We have come all the way from there to here just because of that. And for me, a modern way of storytelling is what we see in social media every day. But a different spark of what social media has shown us as well is the perfect version of every single individual. Today, we are only curated upon sites by the perfect version of my life or his life or their life. Because I don't look at the sad realities or the real background, what's going on in someone's life. I just look at when they're in a trip, they speak such TED Talks. I just look at their happiest moments, their perfect moments. And that's what really distinguishes us from seeing the truth and the truth, because we only see a perspective of their life. It really brought us to a world in which words are so easy to communicate in a second, where I can grab my phone and call someone, yet the meaning is still so hard to understand. It's like we need a bridge between what we speak versus what we imply. And that, I believe, is because we are stuck in the vicious cycle of swipe, double tap, and repeat. Because in our generation, we have been struck by a very big industry which is worth around $8 trillion, meant on the essence of a fractured narrative. And in my world, that is the real. Social media in our world targets us to such specific information that billions of individuals are controlled by a handful of us. Because when you consume something on a daily scale, you realistically are what it shows you. Because there is a very famous saying, which is, you are the average of the 5 people who are around you. I believe that might have been true for my parents' generation, my grandparents' generation, but in my iteration of that quote today is that we are the sum of the 5 people around us and the content we consume. Because subjected to such targeting, which is to keep stuck to our realistically doesn't just craft our perspectives, but our entire persona. And that's we've become, surrounded by so much information. We are innately different beings than who we were 30 years ago. So all of us believe we have such a heightened perception of our world today because we believe we know what's happening everywhere around the world. And that realistic is so true, and that's actually incredible. But while at it, we still can't even understand the emotions that happen for the people around us. It's like the social senses for us as human beings has somewhat gone down. And I would like really show a perspective of how social media has crafted us through difference in values that we place on things. Take a look at this black T-shirt. It is a company known as H&M. A lot of people must here know that. And it is a simple loose fit black T-shirt. Whereas the same one there is a same black T-shirt, but by a pretty famous designer company known as Christian Dior. And realistic reason that a brand such as Christian is priced 100 times the price for a T-shirt that is and almost a lakh for being practically the same thing is the value that we place on things that are instilled in us by the media we consume. Because we believe H&M is something everyone wears. Whereas Dior is something only the richest people in the world, or the designers, the fashioneers, the guys who walk down the ramp. Those are the ones who can wear such things. And we aspire to become such people because those are the people we see every day. Those are the perfect versions that we see every day. And for me, that is summed up in a which I had recently heard. I went to a Telugu poem recitation competition. It's in Telugu, so I'll explain the meaning as well. It says, "Mana shrushtilo tappu ledu, kani mana drustilone tappu undi," which roughly implies that there is no mistake in the creation of our world, but only a mistake in the perception of our world. And I believe that's true for us today. Because our character is so much summed upon the people we interact with. It is who we are in our cosmopolitan livelihood. And for me, that character has come from that I've been instilled with by people around me and the parents I've grown up with. But a really way that I look at perspective today is how this guy has really affected this guy for me. Because I believe life can be so much broader when we understand a simple fact that everything around us that we call life is practically made up by people who are no smarter than us. And what that says is you can change it, you can influence, you can build things that other people can use. And when you know that you can pull something from life, it'll actually push something out, like which is surmounts to the potential of your entire life. Maybe that's the most important perspective that we strive for today. Thank you.